Listen, this is the creator, the writer, the director, the screenwriter, the brainchild lady of Tara Has a Name.
Yes.
And she just happens to be one of my bestest friends from the 90s, y'all. How many people can say
Yes.
they know somebody from the 90s?
We definitely can.
Yes, we can. I've seen your children grow up.
Yes, she did. The two, yep, pretty much all of them.
Yeah, all of them. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. So
So
yeah. And you saw the
listen.
grandbaby, the first grandbaby. You were around
Yep.
the first grandbaby with
Yeah,
our
around the
video.
first grandbaby.
Yes.
I know.
You
She
remember
was
the
singing
Yes. Yes.
tomorrow.
Yes.
And look, we haven't talked in a while. Look, y'all, we got the same color on.
We do.
This was not planned.
No, it was not.
And wait till you see the thumbnail.
Hey, great minds think alike. Great minds think alike.
They do. They do. So catch us
Yes.
up. Catch us up. Introduce yourself to my people because they're like, who's this lady?
Okay, well, do you want me to go with my stage name or do you want me to go with my government name?
Well, listen, I put Lexi Love on the thumbnail.
Okay, well, hey, that is my stage name. I am writing, well, I did write Tara Has a Name with my legal name for different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, Tara Has a Name started as a short with four other actors, and we were just going to do a short film to just show our talent, our different ranges, and it kind of just fell to the wayside. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to put this on the shelf. I'm not going to worry about it. And then I picked it back up in 2024 and I started rewriting it again. I'm like, I really want to get this out because this isn't just about a thriller, a psychological thriller, a little bit of gore. This is about generational trauma, about what women go through either in a relationship when they're children and then they grow up and they're still dealing with that. So I was like, I'm going to rewrite it. So I rewrote it and I wrote it in a way that for investors to read it. And a lot of people don't know that investors get a different script than the actors get. So that is where I'm at right now with Tara Has a Name is the pre-production, trying to get investors involved, trying to get them to, hear about the story and see if it's something that, they want to invest in. And it's actually, I wrote it as for women of color because
Okay.
I think people think that we are I don't know. They put us in a box. Like we're strong headed, that we're rude, that we're this and we're that. And we go through a lot of psychological things that we don't ever talk about a lot of times because people think that we're just, oh, they're strong enough.
Right.
We have to be strong. Sometimes it's a choice that we have to make. So that's what I touched on. It's really good. It's a mother and a daughter duo, and her mother Delilah is the one that deals with a lot of trauma before Rachel is ever born. So Rachel is born into the trauma, and her character basically reflects the trauma that her mother endured when she was carrying her in, before she gave birth to her. So yeah.
Wow. So
Hmm.
she herself doesn't go through anything, but her mother passed it on to her.
Pretty much. And she doesn't realize everything until she becomes pretty much an adult because you don't know who you see Delilah, you see Rachel in the beginning as an adult. But there's backstories and it shows how Rachel got pulled into it. So you basically see Rachel present time, villain, hero, trauma, bonded with her mother kind of situation. So yeah.
I'm sharing this. That's why I'm looking down, but I'm listening. I just wanted to
No,
make sure that all my people can see this because I just put it on Facebook so they can join.
No, you're absolutely fine. And what I really like about when I wrote it, I mean, all of my characters, and I, it's like a secret of mine. All of my characters have a signature of pieces of me or pieces of people that I've dealt with in my own trauma. Um, and so yeah, the men that are in there are kind of like experiences that I've dealt with personally. And a lot of times when people talk about writing, how do you write? I don't just pull things. You may pull the idea out of thin air, but the characters are not thin air. The characters are a lot of time from experiences from other people's lives, that kind of thing. So my
So
favorite
are
character.
you like Taylor Swift?
What do you mean?
She puts all her heartbreaks and all her stuff and all of her
Oh, yeah,
she
I
has all of
heard
her
that.
stuff and all her every album she comes out with, she done told all of her business.
No, I think there's just little pieces. It doesn't necessarily, because it is intense. It's something, the way anytime you want to entertain anybody when it comes to psychological thrillers, it has to be like, oh, how can I explain it? Reality, but not your reality. Because what Delilah and how Rachel and Delilah are, I would go to prison, honey. So
Ooh.
yes, yeah, it's that deep. And so there's layers to their character. So when I wrote it as a film after I rewrote it, but then it was so long because each character was very layered. It's gonna I'm promoting it and trying to get investors to see it as a limited series. Something like, do you remember Roots? How they showed Roots, where they had, every night they had an episode,
Right.
like a mini movie,
Right.
and it was like, it was like 4 hours worth of movie. Yeah, that's how long it would be, like 4 hours worth. There's no way you would want to sit in a movie theater,
Right.
watch 4 hours. Yeah, so because there's no way. I do not want to take away from Delilah Rachel's character. It's fast food. You can't do that. It won't make any sense. And I want people to love and hate them at the same time.
So
So
listen,
yeah.
we met in 1992
Yes.
and I was doing music and you were like,
Mm-hmm.
you vowed to always be my right hand person. You said,
Yes.
listen, I'm going to be your advisor. I'm the advisor. You not don't trust that person. Don't trust that person. Don't trust
Mhm.
that. You remember that? I remember that
Yes.
verbatim, you know?
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
And
Then
your
did
life has changed completely
I know.
since.
I've always wanted to be a writer. I mean, when I was in school, I used to write all the time. I mean, I got all brothers, so I was the only girl. So really much, I would just sit in my room and just write and write and write and write, because I have
I
an
never knew
imagination.
that. I
Yeah,
never knew
and
that.
I even like, and I know this is so weird, but like I had my mom would buy me Barbie dolls, and I would in my closet, I set up like they had a whole house, and I would sit there and play with my Barbie dolls as if somebody else was playing with me. I've always had an imagination. I just never talked about it with anybody
I used to do
because
that
I didn't want
too.
to be the
I used to do
weird
that too.
person,
No, I
huh?
used to do that too. I used to do that too. Because my siblings are a whole lot younger than I am, and I didn't grow up with any of them really. So
Yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
get it.
And I think that's the creative side of us because we've always been
Yeah,
creative. We just did not know which side. Obviously, I can't sing worth a lick. So that was not even an option.
listen, you couldn't tell us nothing back then. Remember we used to sing in the car at the top of our lungs? The girls
Yeah.
would be in the back seat. Every time I
Yes.
hear, nobody's supposed to be here
Uh huh.
or don't walk away, it all comes
Oh,
back.
yes. That song, Don't Walk Away, Boy. The girls would sing that. Yeah. We had a lot of
Remember they were
fun. And
marching around in my apartment, marching around. Don't walk.
yes. You know what? I'm glad they didn't have phone cameras back then.
Yes,
We
right.
had fun though. That was the thing, is that we could be creative, we could have fun, and all it is memory. That's basically what is it. Whatever still photos we have.
Yeah, we
So
had a lot
yeah,
of fun. We had
we did.
a lot of good wholesome
Yes,
fun. We did,
yes, we
and it's
did.
probably
Yes,
good we didn't have phones to
I
at our
know.
disposal back then. It's a good thing because
I know a lot of Gen X's are like that. They're like, "Ooh, Lord Jesus."
Right. Lord.
They wouldn't
They're like,
even
how
know.
sweet is
They
that
wouldn't even know. Cause like, with my kids, they're probably like the younger ones. They're like, "Mom is boring." I don't even know. So yeah, we won't get too detailed about our life, but
we need to
just
write something
enough.
about our we need to write something about our Hoffman days, child.
Oh, I know. Those are the fun days. They were. I thought I was going to be a government agent for the rest of my life. Oh goodness, yeah. So like I said, I think life is like that. We have seasons of
That's true.
things. And so I knew it wasn't something I really wanted to do, but I had to do it. I mean, I had kids, and at that time it was a lot harder. I mean, the first time I wanted to get into the industry through modeling, but at that time I was not small enough. Even though I was a size 2, they're like
Right.
you're not small enough. Now it's not like that, but now I'm much older, so it's just kind of like unless I become an older model, it's kind of like
Right.
that dream went away. So yeah.
Right.
So that's
Right.
how I wanted to get in. That's how I wanted to get in the industry, was the modeling side.
Right. We used to do so much stuff. It's just amazing how
Yeah,
far both of
yeah.
us have come. Tell
Uh,
tell the people, tell the people.
mhm.
Okay, because I'm bragging about you right now. I know that you've been in Tyler Perry's movies and
Yeah.
sitcoms, right?
Yes. Yes. When I first got to Atlanta, I had the opportunity, and it was much harder. It's not like it was. I don't even know how I even got on there. I have no idea. I don't even remember. Because now you have casting, and you can, you belong to those, and they send them to you and you submit. But back then, what was it? We moved here to Atlanta in '02, and I got on set, I think it was '08 or '09, and
Mm-hmm.
I still have no idea how I got on. I still have no clue. So
But you was
so
there
yeah.
though.
Huh?
You were
Yeah.
there though. You were
Yeah, they
there.
actually, what was it? A couple years ago, one of my friends I used to work with at Department of Justice, she was like, they had your sitcom on New Year's Eve. And she sent me the link,
Oh,
and yeah, that was what, back when it was going into 2024. So it was 2023 and it was going into 2024. And she's like, yeah, they have this on. And I was like, oh, everybody in the whole globe sees me and don't even know that it's me. Because my hair was
right,
different back then. Yeah.
right,
So yeah,
right.
yeah, I did. Oh, I did. Oh, I'll tell you this story real quick. My
Yeah,
my
we got plenty of
my
time.
my other job that I do when I'm not acting, um, I was delivering, and the girl, took it or whatever, and she was like, "You look familiar," and I'm just like, "Oh," I said, "I've never been to your house before," and she was like, "I know who you are." She's like, "I've seen you," and I was like, I said, the only thing that I've done recently was Country Wayne stuff. She's like, yeah, you're Sarah's mom. And she goes, I'm about to call my mom and tell her. I was like, okay.
That's
So
right. You
yeah.
did Country Wayne stuff. I love him with his
Yes.
crazy self.
Yeah, 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 I did it. It was, it was fun. It was a lot of we did a lot of direction, and a lot of times it was just one take and that's it. And so
Wow.
it helped with my skill. I actually loved it, because it helps with your skills. You don't realize that um, in acting, you have to be able to do everything on the fly. Like,
Right. Right.
even on film, because some of the time the things that you think is bad actually is good. So you just have to just be ready. And that's what I love about it. I'm always that girl. Like, okay, what are we doing now? But I'm still laid back. I'm still that girl that will sit in the back. I'm not one of those showboats or look at me. I've never been that way, but I do when I'm ready to work. I take it serious. Some people will come on set and they're not serious, and I'm just like, yeah, you're not going to last too long, um,
Next.
because you have to,
Yeah.
because it is a business. They're about making money. Yes, they'll ha ha he with you for a little while, but when they turn that camera on, you need to stop. We're not. We're
Right.
not. We're not doing this. We're here to make
Right.
money. We're not.
Because
We're not
that's
here
money.
to.
That's money. You wasted
Yes.
money. Yeah.
Yes. They're very serious about their cash.
Who's that? Your
So
daddy?
yeah. Yeah. He just walked in.
Hey, Mr. Brown.
Yeah.
Who that?
That's Stacy.
Hey, Daddy Brown.
She has a podcast, and so
Stacy May, what's up?
What's up, Mr. Brown?
You got it.
yeah,
You
my
got
cousin
it.
was just here from Kansas City, and so we were visiting with them. So kind of like when you pushed it back, it was kind of good, but they left. I didn't get a chance to say bye, but I'm sure I'll see him. I'm sure I'll see him again if I've seen him this year. I always say that things that happen usually going to happen again. Okay, baby. Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
look, I'm
this
looking
is
like this.
my
I'm looking
dad's
like this. That's so funny.
adopted dog. He inherited a dog too.
I remember you used to have a big old Cujo type dog too at one point.
Yeah, my mom had dogs all the time. We had dogs growing up. Yeah, there was. I don't even think there was not a time that my dad did not have a dog. So yeah.
Yeah.
So
Unfortunately, all my dad's dogs have gone away. They've gone. And then now some neighborhood cat has inherited him and
oh
has been
wow.
coming around. Yep.
Okay. So
A cat
yeah.
picked him.
So how is your dad? I haven't seen him in decades.
He's doing
He's doing
fine.
well.
He'll be 80 this year. He'll be
So
80 this
he's
year.
older than my dad. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Man, time flies. I'm
It
telling you.
does. Somebody's pinging me. Hold up. Don't reply. I'm like, don't reply. I'm live now.
Don't, don't reply.
I'm like, don't reply. I'm live right now. I was just sharing it. They're like, I'm in Florida. I'm like, I don't care if you're in Florida. Just you'll see
You
it
can see
later.
it. They still got internet. What?
Right. Don't reply. That's why I said don't reply. Don't reply.
Yeah. So I was really excited about you bringing me on here and just talking about, because like I said, I've really been trying to, everything that I've done has been on my own because I am an indie.
Mm-hmm.
And what I love about indie is that it's different than Hollywood. You don't have the same kind of gatekeepers as people call them. A lot of times
Right.
indies, like I've done a lot of short films that I've invested in my own self and I've done them. I paid for everything. But with this, no, I want this to be mainstream. Even though it's indie, I want it to be mainstream. So I gotta have
And it
mainstream
and it
money.
can be. And it can
Hmm.
be because I've seen
Yes.
some indie films go big.
Yes.
Yeah, I've
Yes.
seen it. So did you
And so,
on some other
huh?
things, did you told me you submitted some things to some film festivals, right?
Yeah, well, they have it where they have different types of film festivals, and the ones that I submitted to were for the script alone, with no proof of concept, and that's what I'm trying to raise money for, is to do a proof of concept video, a sizzle reel, um, just to give. A lot of times, investors want to see certain things, and so it because they're visual, people are visual.
Of
So
course.
I mean, yeah, and then that may push them to want to actually read the script. So I mean, I literally could do it, but I want to do it where it's on a professional level, where I have actually someone else film it, not me filming it, not me editing it. I need it to be top tier, and
Right.
you got to pay for that. I mean, you do, because there's a lot of, and then you want to be very specific. I want to be with someone, a DP that actually likes that kind of filming, because they
What
have a different eye.
what's a DP? You gotta tell the people. Everybody don't know what that means.
It's a person who does the filming. It's
Okay.
actually DOP, but we just say DP.
Uh-huh.
It's actually the person with the camera.
Okay.
Yeah. And I mean, you have a director too, but then sometimes, like an indie person, they probably need a two in one, meaning that he needs to be a good director and a good film person. But I mean, I could direct it because I won't be in the sizzle realm. I won't be. I will hire actors to be whatever the scene that I choose to film. Um, so
So will you
basically,
be in the film?
there is a character that I would like to play. But it also depends on, sometimes it depends on investors. If investor will come in and be like, okay, I like the concept, I like everything, but there's certain things that I want, you know, and it depends. It's a negotiation. Everything's always negotiated. They may be like, well, I have a person that can do psychological thrillers really well. I want that person to be the one, we use their crew, we use their people. Okay. But it doesn't take away the only thing that you can't take away that I won't negotiate is the concept of the entire script.
Right.
Because once you read it, you can't take away anything. You can't
Right.
take away. That's like taking a personality away from somebody or putting them on drugs and they're just walking around like zombies. If you can't do that with this script because of the way I wrote it. And I did submit it to Greenlight. Greenlight had this promotion where you could submit your script and they would read it and they would give you an assessment. And they gave me the assessment, and actually it was a really good assessment. They loved Rachel, which is the daughter. They loved her. They're like, man, she's so layered. But they were telling me that the way I wrote her, she never changed. She was able to, how can I say it? Like, she would have the same personality, but she can walk into a room and be a different person, but she didn't lose that trauma that she had. And I didn't
Hmm.
even realize I wrote it that way. And they said most people can't write a character that way, where like they can't write it that way. And I felt really, excuse me, really good about that. So they gave me a lot of kudos.
So
I
did
am
you
so
have to
sorry.
workshop it?
No,
You need some
I
water.
actually, I don't know. Something has got in my throat. I don't know if it's in this room, but no, I haven't. I mean, this is something that I did on my own, where I just sat there and I just took my time when I rewrote it and studied every character, scene by scene, line by line. So yeah, and I think it's a skill. I mean, some people can write, but I think that's my talent. Like, I know what I want, and when I write it as if I'm in that scene. I write it as if
Oh,
I'm that person.
right.
Um, because a lot of times, like us having a conversation, I may I may say something to you that you may not even know that I'm going to say to you, but you'll be able to respond back to me in the contents of what I just said, right? That's how I
Right.
write my characters. So
Oh,
so they're having, yeah, the conversation comes off the page. I don't know how else to explain it. I don't know what the technology is. I just know when you read it, it's like you are in the script with that particular person and
if
you
it
can
was a book,
relate.
you couldn't put it down.
You couldn't, no, no,
Right.
no,
Right.
no, you could not. And I'll tell you who my favorite guy is. I wrote Paul. He's my fall guy. He's my fall guy. I had to, unfortunately, he is the love of Rachel in the script. But I wrote him based on what I would want for my own personal self. That's why I love Paul. He's like my favorite character, but
Wow.
he ended up being the fall guy. He had to be. There was no other way to make the story legit if he couldn't be the fall guy. So
Well,
yeah.
I also write when I write songs, because like when I write, I have
Mhm.
never had any drag down heartbreak situation. And
Mhm.
when you think of a stereotypical blues artist, you think, oh, you got the blues, but it's not like that.
Mhm.
Some of the songs that I've written are kind of like you pissed me off songs or something like that. So I understand when you say something might be a little bit somebody proximity to you, you can write in that perspective. That's so cool.
Yes, yes. And if you ever read the script or the movie is made, then you will really understand the dynamics between Paul and Rachel and how you hate he became the fall guy. He had to be the fall guy, because if he was not the fall guy, then it wouldn't have made sense for how Rachel end up acting. and at the end,
Oh,
because
okay.
without telling the story, she actually
Right.
she didn't want to keep doing what her mother was doing. She wanted out.
Oh,
She wanted out of it, and her mother did not want her. It was almost like you're my child. Even though Rachel in the movie is in her early 30s, she wanted a life of her own. She's never lived a normal life. She's never lived a normal life. Um, and she wanted, when she met Paul in the situation that her mother put her in, because that's what Delilah does. She started seeing, okay, Paul is normal. I want normal. And so she started falling for Paul. And in order for me to get Rachel to do what I needed her to do on paper, Paul had to be the fall guy.
oh,
So yeah,
okay.
to make it make sense. I didn't want her just to go crazy, and you just like one day she woke up, she just like she started agreeing with her mother, because she totally told her mom, I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to
Okay.
be in this life anymore. And so I had to use Paul to trigger her to say, okay, I'm back in it. So
Okay.
yeah, and I can't tell you, like I can't
I know, because you
say,
can't tell me the
because
whole thing because you'll tell too
yes,
much. You'll tell too much.
yes,
But do you have
yes.
any other ones that you have done that you
Um,
like? Are you working on 3 or 4 at the same time, or just one? Are you concentrating on
well, I
one?
already wrote. Already wrote a script. It's called The Best Revenge. That was actually, I wrote that script way before I wrote Tara Has a Name, and it's the same thing, female driven trauma, but a totally different story. And
Okay.
actually, yes, they're sisters. And one of the sisters is a multimillionaire, and I did a lot of research. I wrote how she became a millionaire, and it's actually reality. So her her older sister runs a bakery, and
Okay.
her husband had got divorced, and she ends up this younger guy ends up falling for her, and that's a whole different psychological thing. And her sister, when she
Wow.
finds out what this guy did to her, her sister's actually mentally crazy. She's just rich. She's just a wealthy woman, but she crazy. So when she
But
found
she,
out what this guy did, yeah, when she found out what this guy did, yeah, she goes to town. And
I
I love
shared this.
family. Huh?
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I shared it to
I
I
love.
shared it to Daryl.
Oh, you did.
Do you remember Daryl? He was the screenwriter from that lived in
Oh,
Huntsville.
in
Yeah, yeah. I was sharing it
Alabama.
to him. So I hope he looks in. I want to have him on. I want to have him on one day, and I want to have y'all on together one day.
Oh,
So
okay.
that
Yeah,
y'all can
he was
talk.
doing theater, right? Wasn't he
Theater,
in
right,
theater?
right. He was doing
Yes,
theater.
yes. So yeah, that one you would actually love that one as well. And I love strong women, because both our moms were strong women, so we came
Right.
from a lineage of strong women. But I feel like when we deal with love, it kind of like weakens us. I don't know what another word for it, but we get weak for the wrong man.
If
Um,
we get
and
vulnerable, child. Woo.
Yes, we become vulnerable, but they don't. And then yeah, and
Right.
so I think a lot of my characters are. I always have that. I always have the nemesis, and I always have the one that is vulnerable. So yeah, I actually, I wanted to do that movie, and I did do a short. I did actually film the proof of concept for that. But it was me that filmed it. I was me that edited. My brother and I edited, and it never got anywhere. But
Boosie?
because he played the cop, and I actually played the
You
girl.
put Boosie in your films? Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
that's cool.
we've done a lot. Like, yeah, a lot of I made up this thing called The Life of Lexi Love, and it was like a reality thing. And he was only here for a short time because he lives in Vegas now. So we
Hmm.
would just do crazy. I mean, we've always been that way, but film is my thing. I love it. I love being that person. I like creating things out of thin air. based on experiences and say, ooh. So yeah, I have a lot. But Tara Has a Name is the one that I always say is my get out. And you know what that
Oh,
means, right? You
yeah,
know how much money
that
he
movie Get
made?
Out,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So it's a
And then,
thriller like that.
well, no, when I
Well, it's
say that, I'm talking
psychological,
about,
you said. Yeah.
yeah, it is psychological, but he made like a lot of money for that in that movie. That's why I said
Oh,
Tara Has a Name is my get out, meaning
right.
to get out and I can do my own thing and I don't have to ask for no more money from nobody.
Right, right, right. I get it.
I just write the checks.
Right, just write the check. Just write the check. I
Yep.
can't wait to see
So
it.
I can't either. I mean, like the little reels that I do is just puzzle pieces, and none of it is in order. It's just different things to like get people to be like, what is this? Why is this happening? And so to get them to be interested. And I did it backwards because a lot of times what filmmakers do, they will film it and then they try to promote it. I'm promoting Tara Has a Name as a name. So then when it actually comes out, people will know, oh, I
Mm-hmm.
remember this. And then they're going to want to see it because they've already been planted in their brain. So
Right,
yeah, I'm doing a
right,
little bit different, and it's because it works for me. Because
right.
I love being on camera. I love talking about stuff. I like doing whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Always been that way.
yeah,
Always.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
I'm so excited. I can't wait. And this won't be the last time y'all see her, y'all, because she's writing forever and ever and ever. So I know her
yes,
brain's always going because my brain's
yes.
always going. If I could only fund, like you say, my from my lips to God's ears, fund as
Hmm.
much as I write, Lord, we would be millionaires.
I know, I know. Well, maybe one day I'll write your story and have it on film.
Yes, and you still owe me a video. Remember, I wanted you to do the DC Strut video.
I thought I did that. Maybe I didn't, or maybe we
No,
crossed. I
no,
don't
no,
know
no.
what happened.
I never sent you the music. I just asked for your commitment and you said yeah, but we just never did
Oh,
anything with it. We just never did anything.
okay. Did you ever
To this
do?
day,
Did you
we
ever
have
do
yet
it?
to do it. What'd you say?
Oh, I said, so you never finished that project.
No, the
Is that what you're
recording
saying?
is done. I just never did a video. You were
Oh,
going
that's
to
what
be
I
my
mean.
first video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
I remember
you were
that.
already doing videos. So I was like, ooh, Trisha should do my video.
Okay, I think I remember that. It was at the last time that you came here and you had that rent a car and you were up at, was it Woodstock? You performed in
Yep,
Woodstock.
yep.
Yeah.
Woodstock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yep. I was telling my dad about that. I said, you don't remember when we saw her when she was in Woodstock? And he's like, I don't remember. I was like, well, it was
And
about
Charles Zetta was
15 years ago.
there too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your
Yep.
mom was there.
Yep. Because I didn't know they were coming. I had no clue.
I know that
Yeah.
was a surprise.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I don't think at that time we were talking. So,
Mm-hmm.
the dynamics of mommies and daughters.
Hmm. Oh, I know. Oof, I know.
I'm
But
just
yeah,
telling all
that
my business.
that trombone player. Do you remember the trombone player, the short guy? He had a
Um,
had a his his name was Lil Joe from Chicago.
I,
I know
girl,
you
I don't
probably don't
remember.
remember. There was so much going on that
Yes.
performance. That performance was off the chain. But
But what
he
happened?
has since passed away. But I never got
Oh,
a chance to tell you that he used to play for James Brown.
I didn't know that.
And he's actually in one of the documentaries. No, I think he played for James Brown, but I think he also might have played for BB King. And he's in the BB King documentary. And it
Oh, okay.
surprised me because
You
I
may
seen him
have
like, oh
told
my
me.
God,
You may have told me, but like I said, you would tell me a lot of stuff when we saw each other in person.
I
So yeah,
know. We had to catch
yeah,
up all the time,
yeah.
marathon.
Because remember you had me filming, and then you just got off stage and went into the bathroom. Remember? And you're like, come with me. When we were in Woodstock, and I was like, you're just leaving the people, and you're like, oh well, the band is playing. They'll be fine. And I guess that's what you guys do in the blues. People do that. Y'all
Well,
don't be
no,
messing
you know
around.
what the funniest thing is? I was doing that because I just wanted to buy. I don't know, a long time ago, bless his heart, he's gone now, Dennis Herndon. When I was in
Hmm.
Sri Lanka for 2 months, he was like, "You need to get on Periscope so that you remember Periscope, Trisha."
Yeah. You. What do you mean he's gone?
Well, he's passed away.
The one that you went over to the one that he used to be on my face. No wonder I don't see his stuff. I had no
Who you talking
clue.
about?
Because when you went to Sri Lanka, that's over. Like they look they look like Indians from
Right?
India.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, he used to was on my Instagram. On my
Yeah,
yeah.
he used to tell me. He used to tell me, "Hey, get on Periscope because you should
He
tell your
passed
people."
away.
Yeah, yeah. And but that was like the best advice he ever gave me. He told me to start filming. And from Sri Lanka, from before actually before
Yeah.
then, I was just filming everything. And now everybody's doing it. I was going live from my stage. It used to get on people's nerves, but now they're happy because now we have those memories, you know?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And you just hit me blindsided. Because
Yeah.
I would always see his stuff and I always would like it. He would talk to me from time. I had no clue.
Yeah, he passed away, unfortunately. So many people have passed away.
Man.
It's just so crazy.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
goodness. Well, okay, on the lighter side.
Right.
Let's move to the lighter side.
It's all good. Don't get me
Yeah.
crying. Ooh.
I know.
So
But
tell me,
yeah.
how are the two younger ones, the younger babies doing?
One's in the youngest one is in college, down in Savannah, and the 22. She actually has her own streaming. She's a gamer on YouTube. Not well, she edits it, but she goes, what is it, Twitch? She is a live gamer on Twitch,
What?
and he makes freaking money off of it.
Yeah. Twitch is
And
nice.
then she uploads, she edits it, and then she puts it on YouTube. So you see the highlights. But I'm just like, okay, so how long do you do live? She said sometimes I do it like for 6 hours. I said 6 hours,
Yeah.
and people
Yep.
be watching it. She be
That's
like,
how they
yeah,
make
the
their
people
money.
overseas. She goes, the people overseas love it. So sometimes she'll be up at 3. When we were living in LaGrange, she'd be up 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And she's like, yeah, because they're already awake.
Yeah, they're already up.
I'm just like, girl. And then, because all of her followers, when she first started, she had one follower. I think she has close to maybe, I don't even know how many, in the thousands now. Because she would get mad. She would be like, I've been doing this for a month and I only got like two. I said, honey, child. I said, this is everybody. You keep
Right.
doing it. Just keep doing it. And she's not one of those kind of people that just sits on there and just goes, blah, blah, blah. She actually is a character sometimes. She'll pick themes. She'll make, like, she made food on while she was playing the game. I don't know what game she was playing. And I'm just like, you are so creative. You are so creative. And she's not the same person. Like, she does wear a wig when because she doesn't, she's real funny. She don't want nobody to
I
really know who
follow
she
her
is.
on Twitch. Can she let her auntie she does she like her people watching her? No?
She doesn't care. Just call her what her name is on
Okay, I
her
won't.
Twitch.
Okay, I won't. Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that. But she got mad. She got mad at Jillian when Jillian called her by her name on there. She was like, "Don't you ever do that again. They know me by Gloomy,
What's her name?
Gloomy, Gloomy Clove. Don't even ask. I just okay. Yeah, Gloomy
Gloomy? Okay.
Cove. Cove.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's just funny.
What? I don't even
That's just
ask these
funny.
because you see some of these kids. Because I asked her, so why you picked that? She can't tell me why she picked it. I don't think she just wants me to know. Maybe at the time she picked it, maybe that's the way she was feeling. I don't know,
Right.
or just stuck.
And now
I don't
she's
know.
stuck with the username.
Now she's stuck with it. Which is, hey. I guess it brings people that are, I don't know. So we talk about a different generation.
Amazing.
'Cause I'm like, that'd be boring to me to watch you playing a game on
Right.
live. Like that would be boring. But she's like,
Well,
people
that
like watching
generation,
it.
that's what they do. They watch people. They watch people watch people do stuff.
Yes, and they make. I went on because I called myself getting a twitch. I hadn't been on that Joker since I made it. But one time I was going through. These people were just sitting on the couch watching TV, and they had like 500 or 600 people watching them. I'm just like, what? Y'all don't have family members that when y'all go to their house and y'all sitting there together and do you sit there and watch TV? No, it's different on video. I'm just like, I guess I'll never
Yeah, it's
understand.
different. It's different. It's different.
Yeah, yeah, it
It's
is.
really different.
Yeah, it is. But
It
hey,
blows my mind sometimes how far we've gone and how
hmm,
progressive we were before it was a thing, you know?
yes,
But it's
yes,
like,
yeah. Yeah, their ideas are a little different than ours. We're like you said, we're more polished. We want things to look a certain way, and they're just kind of like in their pajamas. What's up?
and winging it.
And they be getting the money. This
Yeah, they
one,
do.
let me tell you, this one lady that was her and Sierra were in pre-K together, and I happened to see maybe about a month ago, and we were just talking, and she was telling me her neighbor doesn't work. I was like, oh, so she was saying, yeah, my neighbor doesn't work, and I was like, oh, this is what she does. She said all she does is she goes through drive-throughs and she records herself interacting with the person in the drive-through, and people watch it, and she makes money because her following is so big. I'm just like, wow, I would have never thought of that, but oh, okay. So
Right.
hey, everybody has a niche, we call it, and it worked. It wouldn't work for me. It wouldn't
No,
work for me.
I don't have a niche either. I'm like, I'm the niche.
I'm going all over the place. It's like, yeah, like you said, I'm the niche. My
I'm the
personality
niche.
is the niche.
I don't have a niche. I'm the niche. You are the niche. You are the product. You are the, what I'm
Yes,
saying, you are the brand. It's all you. Yep.
yes, yes. So I can be, like I said, I could be happy go lucky, or I could be, it depends on who I'm speaking to. When I'm speaking to you, I'm really being myself.
Right,
Um,
right.
yeah, because every podcast you're not going to be yourself. You're not, because the person doesn't give you that comfort.
It's the
And you
energy.
can tell.
Yeah.
You can tell. You're just kind of like, yeah, okay, we'll answer your questions. And how much longer do we have on here? Yeah. And you can tell. You
Yeah.
can tell when you
Yeah.
watch podcasts, you can tell who's comfortable and who is not.
That's why I don't have anybody that I want it to be a conversation, like we were on the phone, like we were this morning. You were like, I can do it
Yes.
right now. I was like, hold up, I gotta go drive. You're
I
like,
got to
come on.
work
I was
for a
like,
minute.
save that for the podcast.
Save that energy.
Right, right.
Yeah.
But this won't be the
So,
last time because I wanna go with you on this journey, and I want to be able to update everybody. You know what
I
I mean?
know.
And
Be
I
on the
want
red
I want
carpet
you to,
with me, making live. That's where
right,
we want to end up. That's where we want. Well, I'm calling. I don't want to do the red carpet. I want to do a gold carpet because royalty walks on gold.
exactly.
I want to be. I do not want to be nothing. And I did tell that to one of my actor friends. I was like, well, when we go to red carpet, it's not going to be red. It's going to be gold because royalty
Right,
walks on.
right.
Yeah, I don't need red. I don't want to walk on
And you
red.
don't need it to be the norm. Who says? Who says?
Yeah.
Every now and then I hear my grandmother on my mother's side. I hear my
Hmm.
grandmother on my mother's side tell me, because I used to get so frustrated when I used to come back from Germany and I was trying to fit in and everything.
Uh
And she
huh.
says, "Why are you trying to fit in?" But
Yeah. Why?
when you're a kid, that's what you're trying to do. You don't want to stand
Yeah.
out. You don't want to be different. But I was.
Hmm.
So I was like,
Yeah.
I just want to be normal. I just want to fit in with everybody. She's like, "Did you ever think that it's not meant for you to be normal?" And I was
No,
like,
it's not
I'm like,
to
huh?
conform. No,
And that
and
was
you
in the
never
80s when
did.
my grandma told me that. That was in the
Hmm.
80s when my mother's mother said
Hmm.
that. She's like, "Who says you're supposed to be normal? Who told you that?" And I was
Yep.
like, I don't know. That's what, you're supposed
Even
to do
know.
what everybody
Yeah.
else does. She says, no, you're
Yep.
not. You have your own
Mm-hmm.
path. She's like,
Yep.
God has
Yep.
something for you to do. Now, it might
Mm-hmm.
take you a long time to get to it, or it might not take you a long
Yeah.
time to get there. But you got to do what you got to do. You can't.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, who likes you will like you.
Yeah, yeah. Whoever's supposed to be in your life will be there. You don't have to force it, and that's something that I think all of us go through that, especially when we're under the age of 10. We're like,
Yeah,
I want to be that friend. I want to be that person to be my friend. That person probably don't even like you, but you chasing after them. So yeah, I mean, I learned real quick. I did
yeah.
because my mother was like, yeah, we're
I know
not
your
doing
mother
that.
wasn't having it.
She wasn't. People don't even. I don't even tell. Like I tell my girls, like my mom taught me how to cook at the age of 7. I
Mm-hmm.
was already watching my baby brother when I was in the 4th grade. Let anything happen to him. These kids don't have a clue. They have no clue. And it wasn't even the fact that I got beat or anything like that. It was just her authority.
Right. Oh
That's
yeah.
what I was afraid of.
Your mother was intimidating. She was just
She was.
she look at you wrong, and you be like, ah.
I know. You'd be like, okay, Mrs. Brown.
Right. Like, okay, hi, hi.
Yeah. So yeah, she was a what I say, she was an old school where she would like I used to have when I remember in 7th grade there was these girls that didn't like me and they tried to fight me. And I told my mom and she says, if they ever try to fight you and you do not beat them up, I'm gonna whoop your butt.
Right.
These girls jumped me when we got off the bus. They jumped me. Man, all I heard was my mama's voice say, "I'm gonna beat your butt if you get beat up." Man, I wore that little girl out. She ain't never bothered me ever again. She never did.
Mm-hmm.
And they
Right.
can't do that now. They can't do that
Oh
now. But
no.
I'm
Oh
just
no. Oh
saying
no.
that you had. I mean, sometimes you have to put bullies down. Unfortunately, when we was in school, because if you didn't, you was gonna get bullied every day.
Mm-hmm.
Every day, every day. But kids fought. They didn't do all the crazy things that they do because they didn't carry their feelings. If they just didn't like you, they'd be like, okay, I'm gonna beat them up, and then I can, then I'll be satisfied. But then if you, for her, when I beat her up, she left me alone. She would be like, oh hi, yeah, it was like that. But it's not that way
Yeah.
now. But
Mm, mm, mm.
but I like talking about our childhood because our childhood was like the best. Growing up in the '80s was like the best for us. It was like the
It
best
was.
decade.
It was.
You know. Yep.
It was.
Yep. It
It
was
was
the best.
so much fun. And you know what? I
Hmm.
also miss. I miss the community that we used to have back in the day too. We
Yes,
we
we don't
have
have
no
that.
sense of community. We don't have community anymore.
Nope. Nope. We don't. Unless it's in your own little world, meaning that if you have
Yeah.
a job or you're in school, that is like your only little community. People don't. They come home and they go in their house. They don't come back out till they leave to go to work again.
No.
People don't interact like we knew our neighbors. We would talk to them. People don't do that no more because they think
We used to
they
have
want you
so
want
much
something.
fun.
Mm-hmm.
I would be at your house. And then we and you and I would go to Rochelle's house, and then
Yep.
or we would be at Tiffany's house. And then remember that time I
Mm-hmm.
had all the girls at my little apartment.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you
We had
used to
such a
throw
good
little
time.
parties. Yeah,
Yeah, we
I
used to throw
remember.
parties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
We used to have
Yeah.
Soul
And
Food Sunday. Remember that?
yes, I mean we did a lot. Like we definitely and you. But the thing, I don't think people under. I don't know if people really know your background. But you, before anyone even knew you as a blues singer, remember that you had friends. Remember the guys that what is the song? Was it Madonna who produced it? And you were friends with them.
Oh,
Diamonds in
you
the
mean
rough.
yeah, Corey. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Corey is in he was in Atlanta. He's in Miami now. Hmm.
Yeah. People
Yeah, we
wouldn't
used to
even
do the
know that you
Alpha
were
B
friends with him.
introduction. Remember we
Yes,
used to
that
do
you
on
were friends.
WPGC.
Yeah, that you were friends with him before he even did any of that. I mean,
Hmm.
that to me, that's history. That's something that in your biography, like people wouldn't, if they saw a film about you, they would be like, Stacey Brooks knew that person before they blew up.
Yeah.
Like,
A
yeah,
lot of
he was
people
just
don't even
some
know
guy
how much of a
up the
hip hop
street.
head I am. A lot of people don't even know how much
Yeah,
I'm into
like
old hip hop. They don't even know. I used to have MC Hammer pants.
I know they don't. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's
Right.
so
I
much
still have
history
those
just with us.
tapes of me singing
Really?
background for those guys. I still have those tapes.
See,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like, people just think you just come out of nowhere, and it's like, no, I promise you, I've been doing all this other stuff, and y'all was ignoring me, or this stuff was there, and since I didn't have a name yet,
Right.
you wouldn't
Right.
know. 'Cause I can't stand when people say, "Oh, she just blew up overnight." No, honey, nothing
A
blow
lot of
up.
long
Nothing,
work,
nothing
a
works.
lot of work,
Yeah,
a lot of hard
yeah,
nights
yeah. I
of not
wasn't
getting
born out of
paid.
a celebrity. I wasn't born out of a celebrity's body, so I had to work my way up. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We're going to have some more reminiscent time. We got to have some more reminiscent time because we have some
Yeah.
stories. When you
Yes,
used to go,
we
remember
do.
when you lived in Virginia Beach? And I used to
Hmm.
come down there.
Oh yes, we was bad. We was bad. But
And
Virginia Beach was
Victoria,
the place.
and Victoria didn't want to talk to me because I was leaving. When I would leave, she would just be like, I'm not saying goodbye. And then Mercedes, of course, she was always Miss Mush Mush. She would just come and
Yeah,
rub my face and
yeah,
I love you.
yeah.
I love you. Victoria was like, I ain't saying goodbye.
And you know what's so funny is that her daughter's the same way.
Really?
I went down to visit them, and when I got ready to leave, she just looked at me. Bye. At least she said bye. She was like, bye. I was like, can I get a hug? It's because she didn't want me to go. And it's not that she
Yeah.
didn't be, yeah, she didn't want me to
Yeah.
go. And I told her, I
That's
said,
how
I wish I
Victoria
could stay
was.
here longer. Yeah, I wish I could stay longer, but I can't. So I said, I gotta get this money, and then I will have all the time in the world to spend with you. Because then I don't have
Right.
to think about money no more.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah.
Because that's distracting when you're trying to have fun with family, but you got money on your mind.
Yeah, you know you have to work. You know you have to. I mean, everybody has to grind, but I don't do this. Like I said, I don't do film for money. I don't do acting for money. I do it because I love it. It's the love for it first. The money comes
Mm-hmm.
later. But
Right.
kids don't
And
understand
it
that. They
will.
don't understand that. Yeah,
And
they
it
don't
will.
understand. Because like
Yeah.
when she saw an article, I sent the article of her when they did an article on me in what was it, Atlanta Voyage, and I sent it to her, and she was like, "Did you get a lot of money to be in that magazine?" I was like, "Honey, I wish it was like that, but no.
Right.
They promoted me, and I didn't have to pay no money.
Right.
They wanted my story, and I just got the promotion from it. But no, there was no cash exchanged."
Right.
She's like, "Oh man." So yeah, they don't understand.
They don't understand that at all. They don't understand that. My nephew, my great nephew, Braden, he's always
Hmm.
asking Google stuff. Google, da 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 da, Google this, Google that, and Google replies to him. And
Hmm.
when I was up there, I said, ask Google to play Stacey Brooks music
Hmm.
or Stacey Brooks band. I told him to do that.
And it did.
Yeah. I said, ask it. And he goes, what? So it was a picture. I'm new to this whole Google thing that displays pictures. I'm new to that.
Uh
So
huh.
it pulled up a video of me and it started playing. He goes, I said, and he looks at me like, because he's only 7. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Braden. He goes, how did you get in there? Like, how did you do that? I said, you know who that is? He goes, yeah, it's you. Like, duh, I know it's you, but why are you there?
Wow. Because he has relation with you and he doesn't understand. Yeah, it's so they can't connect it. Yeah.
I know. It's so cool. My mother, a long time ago, my uncle Bill,
Hmm.
God rest his soul, made a bunch of VHS tapes for my mom of me.
Hmm.
He took some videos off of YouTube and put them on a VH tape for her. And so my
Okay.
mom took a picture of Maggie
Hmm.
dancing in front of the TV like this, because she thought I was on TV. Aunt Stacy's on TV. I'm
Oh
like,
my
oh,
goodness.
yeah, I was on TV. I was like, that's so
Hey,
cute.
yes, but it's nice that when they're little like that, they have there's a different type of appreciation that comes from them, and it makes you feel good. It's like,
Yeah.
I yeah, there is. I mean, there is, because when the older kids, they just like, oh yeah, that's what mom does.
Yeah, that's some she does after work.
Yeah, yeah. But my grandchildren like, that's what you do? Oh my gosh, you were on Tubi? So yeah, that's them. And it makes me feel good because it's like, okay, you're making me you're it's not that my ego, it's just the fact that you appreciate my talent in a
And
way
they're
that.
supposed to look up to you. That's the thing.
Mhm,
I
mhm,
during Black History Month, I posted about not having to look far for my heroes because my grandmother
mhm,
was fantastic on both sides, and my mom and my,
mhm.
your
Yeah.
heroes are in your own family.
Yes. Just because they're not famous or infamous
Right,
doesn't necessarily mean that your mom planted something in your life to grow you where you're at, whatever it is. And I
right,
think we forget that our upbringing does have an intricate part of who we become or who we don't become when we
right.
become adults. Um, so yeah, yeah, we should give gratitude to our great grandmothers, our grandmothers, our aunts and our aunts that have been in our life, our uncles, whomever, anyone you know that was had a positive, putting in. I can't even think of words right now, but just a
Hmm.
positive influence over your life.
Influence, yeah,
We
yeah,
forget about those people
right.
a lot of times. But then we have podcasts like this, and we talk about our memories, and we're like, "Oh yeah, remember blah 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 blah." So yeah,
Well,
I hate that my
your
mother.
dad's still famous for me too because your dad's Santa Claus.
Oh yes, see, you'll never forget, and that's a memory that he can never get away from because
Right,
he played Santa Claus since I was in the second grade, and then the two younger ones, I don't remember if they had the opportunity, but the older ones had that same. So just imagine that. He did it for me when I was a kid, and then he did it for my kids when they became, when they were born. So that's a
I was so
memory that
excited. I was so excited seeing him dressed up as Santa Claus. Like,
I don't
because it
even know if he
because to
even
watch
has
the
that
kids
suit.
go crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. And those are things that we don't, I think we should, yeah, we don't talk about those things unless we're just bringing up memories.
Right,
How important that they influenced our life to keep on a tradition or keep on something, um, because I mean, like right now, I mean, I miss my mom, and because I feel like I'm in a season of my life where, okay, babe, what she's looking for her mom that's not here yet.
oh,
um
okay.
yeah, that's why the window is right there. But to see where my goal has has gone to, or has flourished to, and sometimes it makes me sad. I just be like, I miss you, mom, I miss you. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there's certain people that you want to celebrate with that are no longer here.
Yeah,
um,
I definitely
so
feel
yeah.
that. I definitely feel that, and I feel that with
Mhm.
my mom too. Like, golly,
I know.
daggone
I
it.
remember the text. No, no, you sent me a message and you told me, and
Yeah,
I was like, I already know how it's gonna. People will say, "Oh, you've been grieving for a year. You should be fine." No, you're gonna grieve your mom until the day you die.
and I used YouTube for a while as therapy because I was just like, does it get any
Mhm.
better, y'all? And people would actually reply to me and say, listen, it will never not hurt, but it will ease up a little bit. And
Yeah, you won't
sometimes it
cry
eases up, and then
every day.
sometimes it's just like,
Yep. Even if a song comes on, or even a smell, or even I've had people where they've actually from the side view they look like my mom, and I turned and I look, and I just tears start coming out of my eyes, and I'm just like, how do you look like my mom?
Yeah.
And I've had that on two different occasions. So I mean, it's gotten better. The first year she did, I mean, I've cried like every day, and so every once in a while, but it's not as bad. But there's not a day that does not go by where I'm like, man, I wish my mom was here.
Yeah, that
But,
happened to me like a year ago. We were all on stage in DC, and this
mm-hmm,
woman had a white hat on. I posted it on Facebook because I took a
mm-hmm,
picture of this lady. She was walking through the market with one of those
mm-hmm.
baskets that have rollers on them. And
Okay,
my mom used to do that too. This lady had a white hat on. She had on black pants and white shoes. And I'm gonna send you the picture so you can see. And
okay,
but she never looked at the stage. She walked through the market, walked by, and went to the back. And I was like, oh my God. So I took a picture of her and I showed
uh-huh,
who was, I think it was DL. I'm like, look, DL. And then Calvin is the only one that would remember what my mom looked like, Calvin, my drummer. And then when she walked back, she never looked up at the stage ever. And I almost said, Mom, I
mm,
almost like, because it was so uncanny. It was just so like, this lady never looked
yeah,
up. She had this white hat on with a
mm-hmm.
band on, everything. And
Wow,
I showed Calvin. I'm like, Calvin, look. And he was like,
that looks like your
and I
mom.
took a picture and I sent it to my group family chat. And I have a picture of my mom when we went to Minnesota, and I told her to do like the warrior pose for
Mm-hmm.
yoga. She did it on top of a big boulder that was in the lake. And
Mm,
if you see that picture and that picture of this lady, you're like, oh my God, that was your mom.
mm. Yeah,
It was
yeah,
so spooky, but interesting at the same time.
yeah, yeah. And sometimes, yeah, it'll just come out of nowhere. Um, yeah. So
Yeah,
I definitely understood when yeah. I don't think you really understand the depth of losing your mom until you are the one that loses your mom. And that's all I can say with people is like, love your mom. Even if you guys are you guys would be going at it sometimes. You only got one. You only got one, and she was there. She was a mom that was there for you from day one when you were born, and y'all just have your little back and forth. Appreciate her
yeah.
because once
There's
she's gone,
nothing
she's
like it.
gone.
There's nothing like that. Like,
You can, yeah, you can. You can be if you have and I'm saying this because everybody doesn't have a good mom, but if you have a good mom that was there from your childhood or whatever, or just there for you, that's the only woman that you really can be vulnerable with. She knows you from inside and out.
mm-hmm.
My mother knew when I was upset. She knew when I was unhappy. She knew when things were going wrong. She knew when I needed money. She knew when everything. She even knew when I want to be with the guys that I was with. She was like,
Right.
you don't like me no more. And you're like, how do you know?
My
It's
dad's
just
like
the way
that.
you
My father's like that.
mm-hmm.
I'm closer to my dad than I was with my mom, but my mom and I are still like, you know,
Yes.
um,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
still it's still a different feeling. Still a different feeling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
because you have different conversations with your mother than you do with your dad. You do, but your mom just can relate because she's a woman to it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, and that's the only thing that I think that me and my mom did have the issues is because I'm like I'm grown. You gotta see me as a grown woman now, and I know I'm your child, but those I think those were the biggest thing was that I felt like she always just saw me as the little girl. So yeah.
Hmm. And me and my mom are exactly 20 years apart.
Same
So
here.
yeah. So it's kind of like so now like when I'm thinking about things when it comes to perimenopause and menopause, and
Uh
I'm
huh.
thinking back the years and thinking about, when you butt heads, I'm like, ooh, you know what? she was probably going through menopause, or she was probably going through, you know what I'm saying? When you
Yep.
look at some of the differences and some of the things, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, you know what? But we
Yep.
don't talk about those things. That's the problem. That's another conversation.
No, we don't. And I sometimes I know that it comes because I used to be real. I mean, I'm a lot better now, a lot better. But sometimes, I mean, even now, if someone says to me that's off the wall, I know how to correct them without getting angry.
Right.
And my mother used to do it, and I used to sit there and be so embarrassed. But now I get it. It's not that you're trying to hurt anybody's feelings. You're trying to let them know that, hey, you can't talk to me that way. You can't do that. And you just learn how to tell people without cussing them out, if that makes sense.
That's how my mother was. She would cut you and smile and just be
Mm-hmm.
like, and my mom was short, very pretty and very demure,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I remember that restaurant B Smith's in Union Station.
Mhm. Yes.
I don't know what went wrong one day, but we were there for brunch and something happened,
Mm-hmm.
and she was very patient, and we tried and tried, and she was very patient, and then the last straw, she was just like, "Let me see your manager, darling." Just like, "Let me see your manager, darling." And
Yep.
I was like, "Ooh," and then
I
all of
already
our
know.
food was free.
Yep. Yep. Because you knew your mom. You already knew when she went into a certain way. You already knew. Oh yeah, she don't even know.
Because she was short with red hair
Mm-hmm.
and green eyes,
Mm-hmm.
she could, she wasn't perceived as threatening or aggressive. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, the little pretty old lady, uh, but she would be like, so and so, and this and this and this. Let me see your manager, darling, because it seems you're incapable of completing this correctly. Just cutting you up, but smiling.
Mhm. Yeah. 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 We can talk about our mothers all day long.
Oh my God, yeah,
And
for sure.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I'm
So
not gonna hold you. It is Sunday, and I really do
yes,
appreciate it.
I'm so excited that you actually offered this. Just to get it out there to let people know that there is a beautiful black filmmaker that wants to, you know,
Right.
ugh, get the story out that's going to resonate with other women that may have been physically abused, psychologically abused, emotionally abused, financially abused. Let's not forget
Mm-hmm. Right.
financially abused.
Right. Right.
Can resonate with this story, and it's not a dig towards men because it's not like that. It's
Right.
just showing that women that can take their power back
Mm-hmm.
and not be a victim. And she does it in a way that I wouldn't do it, but you have to, when you write, you can't. I'm not writing a documentary, I'm writing a psychological thriller, so there is going to be things that are going to be like wowzer.
Right.
That's just the way it is. Yeah, it's gonna mess with your mind. It's going to, but it's supposed to.
That's
That's what
good.
makes
That's
great
good. That's
great
what we
films.
need. That's what we need. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. So
I
all
can't
of
wait.
my female, I can't wait for you to wait either.
So look,
To
give
wait,
them
I
all
can't
your
wait.
social media stuff. Give them all your social media, and I will have it in the description as well. But say it for me.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, do you want me to do Instagram first?
All of it. Just all of it. Where they can
Okay.
reach you, where they can follow you, where
Uh,
they can subscribe to you, where they can donate, you
oh
know?
yes. Well, I do have a GoFund on GoFundMe. You can find it on my Instagram business account, which is One Eye Over Independent Films Works, and there is an actual link on there. Um, My Gmail account for my business is One Eye Over Independent Film. No, no, no. Let me take that back. It's not that long. It's One Eye Over 24 at gmail.com. Let's see. I am also on TikTok. Goodness gracious. There's so many. I'm just like,
I will
okay.
I will
Uh,
put I will put everything in the description too, all her links. I will put all the
yes.
GoFundMe. And there's a way that we could do a fundraiser on YouTube. The next time I have you on, we'll have it as a fundraiser.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
we
you'll
can
have to
do it
tell
as
me
a
what you want
fundraiser.
me to really talk about. Do you want me to have descriptions, that kind of thing? Because I really, like I said, I really want people to hear about this story because I mean, I'm getting really good feedback on Instagram, and I'm trying to. I want to promote it to women more. I mean, a lot of men, men are visual. They like beautiful women. Um, but I want it's for the women. I'm a woman, so I write it for women. I write it from our point of view, how we see it, and how we want things to go our way. I mean, that's the only way I can say it. Delilah is she's carries a lot of authority, and she knows who she is. I will say that. So whoever plays that part, she will have to be a very strong actress. She will have to be very strong because the character is very strong. So yeah.
Yeah, I would like for you to come back and we do a reading of something. Not necessarily Tara has a name, but
Okay.
like do like a reading of something that you've written. It would be really good and we can collaborate on that. I would love for you to, how they do
Okay.
at a book signing, how they do a reading from it. I
Mhm.
would like for you because I want to
Okay.
see you get in character as you read this.
Oh my gosh. I would have to think of which scene would be good.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I want to see you do
Where it
that.
would be good. Yeah, probably I already have one scene in mind where you would see her how she really is, thinks. Cause she has a mean streak in her. Yeah, there's a mean streak. There's one scene that I wrote where she is very controlled. She has controlled anger, I call it. When she doesn't like something, she will be nice about it, but then she will do something physical, and then she would go back to her real, like she didn't do nothing to you. And yeah, it's. That's
Okay.
all I can say about that. Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
yeah,
No, that's
yeah.
why I said it doesn't have to be the current film. It could be a film
Oh,
from before. Just because I
okay,
want them, because I don't want to give the film away. The only,
okay,
we want the investors to invest, but I want the other people to see the depth of your creativity from something you've written
okay,
before. Yeah.
okay. Well, I have a few short stories that I've written that's
You can
already
pull
on
out something
YouTube.
that was a thriller. I know you got another psychological thriller somewhere.
Yes,
Yeah.
The Best Revenge.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
Okay.
exactly. So you can read from that. We should have like a series of you reading parts of that and grip them in and be like, okay, well, if you like this, then boom. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Yeah,
Tease them.
yeah. Or
Pull them
even The
in.
Wives Club. I actually wrote a book, so yeah. I
Oh, well,
know.
yeah.
I don't even tell you half the crap I've done. But yeah, anyway,
Well,
we
see,
will go
that's a
on that
good
note.
thing. That's a good thing because I'm learning about all of this now, like everybody else. So, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Your sister's been working.
you've been working, girl. You've been working. That's beautiful.
Yes, because yes, I want my dream. I want my dream to be my reality. So yeah. Well,
Not art imitating life, but life imitating.
yes, very much so. Well, it's been a pleasure,
Mm-hmm.
Stacy. Like it has to catch up with
Well, thank
you, to
you,
talk with you, and
Trisha.
slash Lexi Love. Anytime I'm on set, people
Lexi
ask,
Love.
"So what do you want me to do, Lexi?" Because that's what I promise you, I'll answer to it. And I'll be
Okay.
like Lexi Love. I tell them the whole name. I'll be like Lexi Love. How can you not? You're not gonna remember my legal name, but I promise you, you're gonna remember Lexi Love. Let me tell you, I had this one guy said, "Were you a stripper?" What? I said, "Is it a stripper name?" He said, "Yeah, kind of, sort of." I said, "Then that means you're gonna remember it then."
Mm.
I know I be
Oh,
messing with guys, and it's always the young guys. I don't know. Young guys have always been attracted to me, and I've always been attracted to young guys. But some of these will be like in my daughter's age. I'd be like, no, I can't even. I couldn't even bring you to meet them, even if you did want to be with me, because they would look at me like I was crazy. They'd be like, "How old are you? Oh, you can be my brother." No.
Right. No. Next.
So yeah, I don't deal with if you under 45, you know what? We could go out a day, but that's about as far as it's gonna go.
Oh Lord, have
I can't
mercy.
retrain nobody. Nobody. You already
No
know.
training. No training.
No. Unless you know. Well, anyway, we're not gonna go there.
Ain't
I'm gonna
nobody
let you
got
go
time
because
for that.
I'm about to say something else, but I'm gonna save that for
We'll
our
talk
private.
on the phone. All
Okay,
right,
baby
y'all.
girl. Well,
I love you so much, and thank
I
you so
love
much
you
for your
too.
time.
Yes, I enjoyed it.
All right, you guys. This has been
So,
Groove and Grind with Stacey Brooks. We have been grooving and we have been grinding with Lexi Love, y'all. So we will be back. I will definitely let you guys know when she's going to be on again because this is not the last time you'll see her. Bye, y'all.
bye.